Are we connected? Yeah, we're connected. Okay, zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Welcome in. Welcome in. How's it going there, Mr. Todd? I'll be seeing James here pretty soon. Mr. Oklahoma Dirt will be out here in a little bit. You're going to come up here to pick up his winnings. He's going sand bass fishing. Hey there, Auntie. Hey there, Mark. Mark, you need to get some sleep, buddy. You need to get some sleep, brother. Panfish King, how's it going, Panfish? Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just getting some of these squirrel tail tied up. We've been selling squirrel tail for 4 straight days. We've had a squirrel tail order. That guy, Panfish King, he ordered a few too. The rain is slowing down. We've been getting it's been raining constantly since 6:30 this morning. So we're going almost on 4 hours, just continual rain. Lots of rain. We're going to put these in the stacker because at this point, with these squirrel tail, they start going up quite a bit, and when you try to cut them, unless I get it like this, I can get them pretty even. And I made the mistake of doing like that a while ago. I put them in the stacker. No, you didn't put me behind. We have a lot of squirrel tail tied. We got a lot. We've just been. That's the ones I'm tying right here. I still have plenty of these. I still have enough for 2 more orders. And so this was full. This was completely full at about a week ago. We had probably enough for, I'd say we had about 3 dozen, 3.5 dozen. No, you don't ever have to worry about that. I get these tied up pretty fast. I'll get them out the door. Yeah, if I get on a roll with these, I could tie like 6 dozen in an hour if I put my mind to it. But no, I get these done really fast. Welcome in. Hey there, Burke. That was a joke. No one. It's been a while since I've been behind on orders. It's been a long time. We had an order that came in a few days ago for I think it was like 35, 36 packs of jigs, and I only had to tie probably like 3 or 4 packs. And when I sent, when I put the label and I packaged it, and you got to buy a label, and if you guys know our business here, you have to put your email in. So when I purchase the label, it automatically sends out an email to all of our customers, or to the purchaser. And the guy was like, "I can't believe you got this out that fast. This was a pretty big order." I'm like, "Yeah, we get them out. We get them out fast." I'm going to a buddy's birthday party tomorrow. Oh, good. Yeah, it's just some people, when they watch my lives and I'm tying 2 dozen or even a dozen of one color, one size, it pays off for me to tie that many, because we can, right now we're loaded up on 1/8 ounce. I think the only ones I got to do with 1/8 are the ninjas, and I'll tie some of those probably tomorrow or Saturday. And the only reason I'm low on that is because we had an order that went out this morning with a bunch of the ninjas in there. Did I get the orders out fast? A lot of people like it because we had a couple of people in the last 2 weeks that are like, "What's your lead time on custom orders?" And I'm like, "I can get these out in like 2 days." And they're like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And one other guy said he's like 2 months. He put in an order with somebody that does custom jigs, and that guy's like 2 months out on custom orders. That's why I keep a lot of heads painted. That's why I pour a lot of heads. It's just to stay ahead of the game. Sometimes it's super slow and you're like, "Oh man, I don't know if I should make any jigs today or take a day off or whatever." But I just stay steady at it because I know the time's coming when it's going to get busy, and people are really going to appreciate getting their lures fast. Hey there, Victoria. How's it going there, Lady V? Good morning, good morning. This here's a 1/32 ounce squirrel. I'm thinking about doing a 16th ounce squirrel tail. I am thinking about that. If I think about it too much, I'll end up doing it. Better to pour and paint ahead, and yeah, I don't like being behind. There was a time when the majority of our orders, I'm talking like 95% of the orders were all custom, and that was before we had the website. And man, it was tough. It was tough to take days off. And I didn't want to get behind. And it wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't, I probably put more pressure on myself than anything else. But when you're making custom orders, you're always working from behind. You're never ahead on custom orders unless you're, pouring and painting heads that will most likely be a custom order. It's just hard to get ahead on customs. Hard to get ahead on customs. I had mentioned to my wife a long time ago, I'm like, let's get a website. Let's put the colors that sell the best. And she's like, well, let's see if it works. She was kind of shy about it at first. And we went ahead and instead of paying for a website like we do now, we're like, let's go ahead and do Etsy and eBay and all that. I knew the business was going to grow. My wife didn't know because she would go to work every day. And, she would never see me go to the post office every day back then. We were still in Chelsea. And we lived in a different town. She would never see me go to the post office every day with all these packets and boxes and stuff. And she just let me be to myself. And it was my little project. And then I took her to a tackle show, and people were wanting me to sign their shirts, their hats, packs of jigs, stickers. And that's when my wife was like, we got to do something for you. We need you to grow. There's enough. Yeah, custom orders can be made faster. Yep. Sorry, I'm not commenting so much. I'm busy eating pancakes that my mom made. Oh my goodness. What kind of syrup do you put on there? Do you put syrup on your pancakes? Do you put maple syrup? I've never had a complaint ordering from you. You have a great product and always get it out quick. Oh, thank you. We're looking at selling. I'm looking at the possibility of selling these. I'm going to show something to you. We're looking at selling some of those soon. We've had a company reach out to me, and we're looking at selling them. I'd been wanting to sell them. We've sold silicone here out of the shop for years, but we've just never put it on the website. I didn't think anybody would care about buying silicone from us. But we had a phone call come in a couple of days ago from a company that they do a lot of silicone. So we're looking at that. You have more stuff. It's Norwegian pancakes similar to crepes. So it's just sugar. Yeah. There's nothing with getting a little creepy in the mornings there, Burke. I always get creepy in the morning. My wife doesn't like it, but I like getting creepy. Getting creepy in the morning. I call it it's crepes. I know it's crepes. Like, Ruben, no. Don't get that way. Nothing like getting in the morning. I'm sure they'll buy it. I hope so. Give me something else to have to hang up on the... I got to take pictures of and put on the site. We've been doing good. We've taken the 10% discount code off. And that's something my wife was thinking. She's like, just take it off. Let's just see what we do. And you know what we picked up in business? We're able to put stuff on sale that's really dirt cheap. I'm just saying it's dirt cheap. Give people a good deal. And if they buy it, they buy it, they buy it. If they don't, oh well. I'm back. Well, welcome back. We did not catch a raccoon this morning. I've been trying to catch a raccoon that's been getting on my bird feeders. He's already destroyed 2 of my bird feeders. I need to hang up one of my bird feeders a little bit higher. But that raccoon keeps getting on our, I guess what you call it, banister. And it keeps dragging our bird feeders down. So these have a black head, a red thread body, and it's a gray tail. Really pretty. These are really excellent looking tails here. I have a bunch of these. I have a friend of mine who had passed away, and his wife gave me a lot of their stuff. And I'm really blessed to have known this fella, Tim. Tim was a really good guy. He, when I say this, you got to hear out the rest of the story, but he had grew up in a racist family and he did not like black people. He did not like white people. He was never part of the Ku Klux Klan or anything like that. But he just had a hatred towards anybody that was not white. And so he was telling me on the phone a long time ago, and I'm like, oh, wow, you know, and he was an alcoholic. He went to church one day with his wife. His wife was a devout believer in Christ. And they were having a revival. And, you know, Tim, you know, is a white guy. You know, he's living in Alabama. And his wife was white. And the church they went to was predominantly white, but they had a black evangelist speaking. So Tim, and I'm not going to say his last name, had gone to this revival seeking help from God. And once he saw the black preacher there, he walked out. He's like, I'm not listening to this. And the revival started like on a Thursday or something, and it came down to that last Saturday. Well, it was going to go on Sunday too. And went in there and decided, okay, God, you want me to hear this guy? I'm going to hear him. And anyway, he gave his life to Christ. He had never hugged a black guy in his life. He ran up front and hugged the guy. And as he's apologizing to God and becoming a Christian, he hugged that black preacher and basically threw out everything that he had towards black people, Hispanics, and him and the preacher up there were crying. And so anyway, make a long story just a little bit shorter is, anyway, he knew Christ. God has blessed him. And he ended up getting Parkinson's to where he couldn't keep his hand steady. And then he ended up getting to, I think he had a stroke shortly. And then that was basically, he ended up passing away not long after that. But we got to know each other over the phone. This is before TikTok. We would talk on the phone for hours as we were both tying lures. and he tied a lot of squirrel tail jigs. That's basically all he tied. Hey there, show flies. Your prices are very reasonable without a discount code. Oh, well, thank you. I might send some goat hair to tie into a jig. Oh, cool. Welcome in, everybody. Pomsky tail, LOL, yeah. Pomsky, that's a pretty cool name, I guess. Hey there, Rice. But anyhow, that's where I actually got one of my vices. He had a Peak rotary vise, and the Peak vise that I have with the saltwater jaws, that vise had belonged to Tim for a few years. I've had people want me to give them that vise, and I'm like, no, I'm not giving that vise away. Yeah, that's my buddy's Tim. I'll get to see him in heaven one day. And I cannot wait to see him. We knew each other before he had Parkinson's. He thought he had Parkinson's, and he finally got diagnosed. And then probably about a year and a half later, he just, feel bad, but he's just a good guy. I still have a letter that his wife wrote me. Yeah, I'll make some. Yeah, send them to me. Yeah, send me that goat's name because I'll forget. Yeah, I'll make some. Yeah, these are squirrel tail. I'm getting squirrely this morning. It's been a long morning. I went live this morning at 7 o'clock. I licked my fingers and I had some squirrel on my tongue. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't up and around, but I had waken up around 5:30. We had some pretty big storms roll in last night. A lot of thunder, a lot of wind, a lot of sideways rain. The rain was sideways. And so I ended up getting out of bed around 6. My wife made some breakfast tacos, and I was in the shop like 6:25 or so. What's something I can't remember them by. Continue to use after. Yeah. I was still asleep. I'm doing good, Northwest. Just tying up some squirrel tail. I'm going to start working on a mystery jig box too. So in a moment, you guys are going to get to watch me tie 3 of each lure. We're going to fill up a mystery jig box. Yeah, we had somebody that they ended up buying 6 packs of the squirrel tail. You know, a lot of them were different colors, but I'm like, I'm really, you know, and we have these squirrel tail again. They're like $5 a pack. That's all they are, $5 a pack. You get 3 squirrel tail jigs. I've got to talk to some people in the last couple of weeks that are like, man, we're sure glad you're making these because we can't find these anywhere we're at. They live in Alabama, they live in Mississippi, and they're just having a hard time finding anybody that ties squirrel tail these days. Trying to do some intermittent fasting, breakfast, tacos. Okay, guys, I'm going to run outside. We got the post office lady here. I'm going to run out there to her. She's pulling in, and I know it's muddy out there, so I'm going to run out there real fast. I'm actually going to pull the mic off, too. Okay, so I'm going to leave the mic right here because I don't want to get the mic wet because it's raining out there. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Appreciate you guys waiting on me. Yeah, I actually have her phone number. We're pretty good friends with our post office lady and her husband. And I had texted her this morning to let her know that I'm going to come out there. Yeah, I don't want her to get her feet all muddy and wet because we still got to do some work around our shop and get some sidewalks built one day. We don't have any sidewalks, and it's not muddy, it's just wet. I didn't want her to get all her feet wet. Let's see. Hey there, Janice. Oh, wow, Victoria. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you do? Oh, yeah, that's cool. Hey there, Janice. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. Had an early start. I didn't think I slept good, but you know, I'm sure like yesterday, it was about 3:45-ish. Man, I had the yawns. I was yawning I could not quit yawning. Yawn, 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 yawn. Oh, it's hot there in England. Well, it's been hot here in Oklahoma until about 3 or 4 days ago. Well, I say 3 or 4 days. What is today? Today's third. Oh, about 4 days ago. Yeah, it finally cooled off a little bit. I've been waiting for this cool weather to come. And today, or last night, it started raining, and it's been nonstop. We actually have probably another 3 to 4 hours of rain, according to the radar. Nickname. Oh, you're fine. Here's Mr. Wayman. Did you get to go fishing any today, Wayman, or did you get rained out? I didn't know if you got rained out or not today. Yeah, I do appreciate everybody that's in the channel today. I hope everybody's doing fine. Hope everybody's staying safe. I am doing some squirrel tail this morning. We're going to get some more squirrel tail tomorrow. Well, it may come in today. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be here tomorrow. We got some squirrel tail and some other material for tail making. Appreciate everybody watching. This is a 1/32 squirrel tail. I got to do some revisions to our website. I noticed that I don't have a really good description when it comes to our squirrel tails. I just wanted to get them on the website. And anyhow, now that I'm doing a lot of the work on the website myself, I can take some time and put some little deeper descriptions on the website. But this here again is a 1/32 ounce. We do have how many colors of squirrel tail? We added the pink not that long ago. We got the pink squirrel tail. Let's see if I can get one out of here. There we go. Man, I tell you what, those little pink squirrels, when they're running around the front yard, man, they do look pretty. That's our pink squirrel tail. We have some more yellow coming in. We ran out of our yellow squirrel tail. And we do have some more yellow tails coming in sometime tomorrow or today. We'll see if it gets here today. We do have that black head with the gray tail, and we also have the red head with the gray tail too. And then we have a chartreuse, and we've been selling more of these lately too. This is a pretty cool color. So with the squirrel tail colors, you get a lot of the natural coloring in there because you see a little bit of the brown in there, the black, and then the tips here because it was, I believe, a gray tail. It's easier to dye the gray than it is to dye a brown tail. Now, and then we also do have the brown tails. The brown ones look more brown. They're black and brown, basically. They look like that. So, let's see here. We do have kip tail too. And kip tail, if you don't know, is calf tail. It does have the same, how would I say? It has the same texture as goat hair does too. And that's a kip tail. That is an effective lure right there for shell cracker and also for crappie too. I've caught a lot of crappie off kip tail. That's another kip tail right there. It is easier to dye the kip tail different colors, but once you get them wet, they look really cool. It's a really good looking lure there. We also have the gray ones too. Let me show the gray kip tail. So I know, but before COVID, a lot of these manufacturers would dye their tails all these different colors. Now there's only about six colors out there in squirrel tail, but this is kip tail here. That's a gray. I think that looks really sweet. So we do have those in a 32nd ounce. And right now, again, I'm tying up the gray tail here. So I do try to clean the tails off. I don't show this part a whole lot. A lot of times I'm doing it down here by my little catch bag down here. I do have a peak waste basket down here, and I clip it to the bottom of the of my vise. So anytime you're doing bucktail or squirrel tail, you don't ever want to start from that position right there where the thread's right up to the back of the head where the neck starts. You always want to start out just a little bit like that. And what I end up doing is I get my tail to the edge that I want it to. And then usually the first wrap is not as tight. And then what I'm doing here is once I go around, I'm pulling up, but I'm also pushing down on the tail too. That kind of gets that tail or the material to surround the hook. It doesn't hurt if you have the hook exposed like that one is right there, but once you get up to the base there, it's more or less covered up. And then you can do how many thread wraps that you want to do. There's some guys that are really good at this, and when they're putting on they will only go like that much of a thread neck, and I go with a little bit longer. For some reason, I just go a little bit longer on it, and that's how I tie. Again, everybody pulls thread differently, and that's the look that I like for mine. Now, when I do marabou, I go with the shorter neck or shorter body, I guess if you want to call it that, thread body. It's hot in England, yeah. Let's see. I think my chat froze up. Let me click the chat filter and go to all messages. And oh my goodness, look at that. We have Oklahoma Dirt there, and I missed his out there. I appreciate you there, Oklahoma Dirt. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, my chat froze up. Oh my goodness, look at all these messages I missed. We even got John in the channel. I don't know why it does that to mine. You guys are just chatting away. Okay, let's go back to the bottom here. I appreciate you guys coming in. Yeah, Oklahoma Dirt will be out here in a little bit. You guys make sure to throw some W's up there for Oklahoma Dirt. Okay, we're going to do a couple more of these. We do have our wedge tails now. We do have some wedge tail jigs. John C. is in the house. Okay, I got to add some more. So I'm laying that down flat on my desk. And I'm going to cut a little bit more. I'm just going to add it on there. Match it up. Do I ever tie deer tail like this? Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Yeah, I tied deer bucktail here probably about this last Friday or Saturday. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of bucktail. I just have one lure with bucktail on the website. And we have it on a spinner jig, on a big spinner. That's a 1/4 ounce right there. Yeah, that's the only bucktail that I have on the website. I've just never really, I mean, I like tying it. I've done a lot of custom orders with bucktail. Just never really pursued getting a bunch of them on the website. When I first started tying, all I did was marabou. And it probably took about a year, maybe 2 years, if that, for me to get into doing neck hackle. And the primary reason I did neck hackle was because I wanted to get into a few tackle stores. And all the tackle stores had were marabou. So I started doing neck hackle, and that was my main selling point, was the jig's going to last longer. So that was my big selling point to the tackle stores. Uh-oh, is that James? There he is. Come on in, buddy. How's it going?
Good, how are you, sir?
I see you're wearing your shirt there.
I am. I'm going to wear it very often.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything very often anymore.
Well, it's part of growing up.
I know.
How's the family?
We're good.
I'm on live right now, so don't say anything incriminating. Anything we've done in the past, James.
Yeah, no, we'll stick away from
Yeah, but it stays away from this live stream. Let's see. Yeah, James, Oklahoma Dirt's here. Yeah, my chat freezes up all the time, and I can't, you know, I got carried away talking about jigs, and next thing I know, I'm like, man, like Victoria's comments, the last comment up there. I'm like, everybody was talking, so I went ahead and changed the chat filter. But I got a lot of your stuff up there.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it.
Yeah, every time I add your name back into the the drawing. It's like you got a magnet with your name that.
I don't know. I try to stay quiet.
Yeah, this is a squirrel tail. Wayman said, James, you're awesome. Yeah, if you guys have ever seen my driveway, Oklahoma Dirt, James is the guy that did that for me. I'm not going to get too much into it, but make sure to keep Oklahoma Dirt's brother in your prayers, guys. I'm not going to get too much into that. Okay, that is that. I'm going to back the camera off here for just a hair. I'm going to do this. You guys can see Oklahoma.
How's it going, guys?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream here. I also got to do some other stuff here too, and I'll catch you guys here shortly. Thank you guys again for watching, and you guys be good. Bye bye.